month have both been injured. I have asked Brian St. John and Steve-O to join me here at the desk. Steve-O has selected Brad Armstrong as his replacement, and Brian St. John has asked for Charles Foton to replace him. But I'm going to ask Steve-O and Brian St. John both to come out here and draw the lucky names. Brian, let's see, yours will be on this side. And Steve, you're on this side. I think before we even talk, gentlemen, if each of you will reach in and pick out the which you hope will be the winning name. Okay. Brian Fields, Las Vegas, Nevada. And this is Randy Garrison of Baltimore, Maryland, are the two names. Steve-O for Randy Garrison and Brian Fields for Brian St. John. And now let me ask you, Steve, of course you're still sidelined.
Well, yes, I am, Gordon. I've started a long regimen of physical therapy, and I'm trying to get my hand worked back into shape. You know, it's one thing when professional athletes cannot participate in their sport to go out there. You know, I wanted to participate in this match so very much because the people obviously voted, you know, the vote was very, very nice for them to vote for me, and obviously I would very much like to be in there and to wrestle. But injuries do happen. I'm sure Brian will concur with me on that. I mean, this sport is very dangerous. But I tell you, the competition spirit still burns inside me, and I will return.
Well, we're looking forward to an early return by Steve-O, but as you can see, of course, with the injury to the wrist and then the staph infection, he's still sidelined. And Brian St. John aggravating an injury to the left ankle.
Well, the first thing I want to do is apologize to all my fans that wrote in my name. For me to be the projected winner of this match, and for the people that wrote my name down hoping to gain something out of my misfortune of losing a match, well, it just, you know, you can't profit from the misfortunes of others. I just like to say that.
Fair enough. And, gentlemen, we do have the two names. Thank you both very much. I know they're going to wish, of course, the very best to the two competitors, Brad Armstrong taking the place of Steve-O and Charlie Foton taking the place of Brian St. John for the Stanley Works match. The winner, of course, if Brad should win it, then the young man from Baltimore will be winning the Stanley Works garage door opener. Second place, the second place winner will pick up a Stanley Works toolkit. So both of these two fellows who we've mentioned here, the names have been drawn, are both winners. There's no question about that. I've got two fine athletes with me right now, and we'll see them at ringside as they cheer their respective replacements on during the Stanley Works match coming up right after these words. All right, a very important match underway here, the Stanley Works bout of the month, and it's Charlie Foton charging up there very quickly. Use that knee now. Brad Armstrong ducks under a outflung arm, and Brad Armstrong brings him up the full body slam into an arm drag takedown. Brad Armstrong moving exceptionally fast now against Foton. Brian St. John and Charlie Foton, friends of long standing. Beautiful rolling reverse by Foton. Has Brad Armstrong. No, sir, he got out of it. He got away from it. Inside cradle by Foton. Beautiful counter. As Armstrong started to go for a slam, it was Foton countering. Puts him into an inside cradle. Brad Armstrong gets away from a cross-body block. And again, it's Foton breaking free. Great intensity here. Both teams, both men rather. I say teams only because Brian St. John in the corner of Charlie Foton. Steve-O in the corner of Brad Armstrong. And both of these men, of course, out of the competition. So those of you who voted for Steve-O, you have Brad Armstrong. For those of you who voted for Brian St. John, you have Charlie Foton. And thus far, an exceptionally even match. Foton, short chopping right hand to the jaw. Brad Armstrong reverses an arm whip here. High back drop. Arm drag takedown, and Brad Armstrong holds a momentary advantage position on Charlie Foton. There you see Steve-O watching very carefully. And Steve-O with an extremely bad staph infection as a result of a sprained wrist. And these are one of those strange twists of fate find St. John aggravating an ankle injury. Brad Armstrong in trouble, down on one knee. Low body slam by Charlie Foton. Brad Armstrong powers out before the count of 3. And Charlie Foton. A rear chin lock now on Brad Armstrong. So Brian Fields of Las Vegas looking good at the moment here as Charlie Foton keeps that rear chin lock on Brad Armstrong. Referee Scrappy McGowan checking both men very carefully. Armstrong that time finally broke it up. But that chin lock in this match is beginning to take its toll. Brad Armstrong coming up rather slowly, caught in the back of the head by Charlie Foton. Rear chin lock. And that rear chin knock's now beginning to really take its toll on Brad Armstrong. And Foton may be coming slightly across that carotid artery. He might be putting some pressure on that artery. And that could be causing excessive fatigue and partial unconsciousness. Armstrong trying to regain his feet now. Armstrong. Good second effort here. Armstrong coming back to his feet. Charlie Foton. And it's Armstrong driving an elbow to the midsection. Another elbow into the side of the ribcage of Charlie Foton. Another one, and Foton finally is forced to relinquish that hold. And now Armstrong explodes to the midsection with a hard right hand. Another hard right hand, and now a forearm to the side of the head of Charlie Foton, and Foton is down. Beautiful flying drop kick. Armstrong in with a lateral press. Foton breaks it up, caught him with a headbutt. And that was right on the belt line of the abdomen. Armstrong through the midsection. Armstrong fires again. Foton one to the side of the head. Armstrong becoming a headhunter, going after a series of lefts and rights to the side of the jaw into a lateral press. Once again, hooks the far leg again. Charlie Foton powers out. Double underhook. Beautiful move by Armstrong. Brad Armstrong trying to set him if he can, and it is Foton. Count of 3. Got him with a beautiful backslide. Beautiful backslide. Well executed backslide by all right, we're going to have let me see if I can't get Brad Armstrong and Steve O back over here for just a moment. A fine victory. So Steve O well represented by Brad Armstrong. And as I said earlier, of course, we do have the combination of Kevin Sullivan and Wayne Ferris, a newly formed tag team combination for here in Atlanta. However, you two have been tag team partners before.
We've been tag team partners before, Gordon, and let me tell you something. We came here Thanksgiving with all good intentions of being the national champions. But what happened? It was the worst flagrant rules I've ever seen. The wrong man got pinned. The Armstrongs, Bob Armstrong and his clone, that's what it is, it's a clone, beat us. And I don't mean beat us. They stole that from us. So it doesn't matter to us if it's Chattanooga, any place in this country. We want the Armstrongs because we deserve to be the national tag team champions. And right now, we'll go in the ring and show you why we should be.
All right, fair enough. Wayne Ferris and Kevin Sullivan going up against Mike Jackson and Big Joe Turner in this event. An Australian tag team match. Wayne Ferris, of course, not to be confused with the Anchorman in Miami. The Anchorman in Miami, Wayne Ferris, young fellow who had much to do with my early career in broadcasting. And it's Jackson up and over Ferris and caught him with a beautiful shoulder smash. Dropped him in. Jackson catches him again. And Kevin Sullivan moves in against Mike Jackson. And so Jackson very quickly caught in the midsection by Kevin Sullivan. Sullivan just about double tough. And he very quickly trying to settle the issue with Mike Jackson. Now Wayne Ferris, a cheap shot on Jackson. Jackson back to the canvas once again. Jackson fires the midsection, scoots between the legs, gets over, makes the tag. And Big Joe Turner starts charging the ring. And Turner caught by Wayne Ferris and Sullivan very quickly. Double teaming here. Caught Turner coming off the ropes. A snapmare has Turner back to the ropes again. Kevin Sullivan full weight down across his chest and abdominal muscles. Big Joe Turner caught again by this Wayne Ferris. Ferris at about 254. Big, and he is rugged and obviously dangerous. Combined with Kevin Sullivan, I don't have to tell you about Kevin Sullivan. He's extremely well known here. Excellent muscular conformation and definition. He's taken several bodybuilding contests and powerlifting contests, I might add. And Turner. Brother, they are just flat running amok with Mr. Turner. And it is Ferris again using that right hand very effectively. Snapmare by Kevin Sullivan drives Turner back to the mat, and out on inside armbar by Kevin Sullivan. Again, the tag is made, and Ferris moves in. And it is Turner slashing right hand, then a snapmare. Then the leg down across the biceps and triceps, and Turner's got some problems. Notice the way they are studiously keeping Turner away from his own corner. Turner has not had an opportunity to tag up. He would like to, and of course, Mike Jackson is an absolute fireball. Again, the tag is made. And so Ferris and Sullivan have a good tag team combination going. Tried for a Russian leg sweep. Turner blocked it, and so Sullivan very quickly went to a forward leg trip. And it is Turner down on the canvas. Once again, the tag is made. Wayne Ferris. Off that second rope catches Big Joe Turner, and Jackson still looking to tag up. He's on ready to move if he can get the tag with Turner. And Ferris continues to keep absolute and total pressure on. So Turner has his problems. And again, Ferris and Sullivan tag up as they keep Turner trapped in the ring. Sullivan a boot to the midsection. Again, you see Jackson reaching out, trying to make the tag, letting Turner know that he is available. Now, again, again the tag is made, and again Wayne Ferris moves in. And it is Turner with problems. He is unable to get back to his feet, and Wayne Ferris keeps mounting the pressure, now using the single arm bar. Turner again trying to regain his feet now. Ferris, notice the way he keeps him blocked, and makes the tag. Kevin Sullivan moves in, and Sullivan catches Turner. Turner again looking toward his corner. Mike Jackson ready to tag up on a second's notice, but Sullivan and Ferris are keeping Turner well away from his own corner. And again the tag is made. And again it is Ferris in there now. Now he makes the tag, Kevin Sullivan. Cheap shot into the rib cage on the break. Snapmare has Turner down. Turner makes the tag with Mike Jackson. Jackson comes in and explodes. Jackson now moving against Kevin Sullivan. Jackson lets him into a high back drop. Catches Wayne Ferris outside the ring. Snapmare by Sullivan. And Jackson very quickly tags up with Turner, and Turner moves back into the ring. Quick double team on Turner, and now Ferris using that elbow very effectively down across the chest. Lateral press into the pin. And so the tag team combination of Kevin Sullivan and Wayne Ferris victorious over Big Joe Turner. And we're going to take another look at that. We can see as Ferris moves into the ring. Notice before the count of 4, the quick double teaming as they caught him on either side of the shoulder. Now it is Ferris coming off the rope, high into the air, crashes down with that elbow into the shoulder once again. Turner stunned, and it is Ferris now with the 3 count. And it is all over for that tag team combination. And Wayne Ferris and Kevin Sullivan are victorious. On Sunday, Superstar and the Super Destroyer in action right now as they take on Valentino and Bob Russell. And this should prove to be an outstanding match. It's an Australian tag team event. And there you see them in the ring getting themselves ready for this match. And wait just a second. Big Red has joined me here.
Look at God. You know, last week I told you I got proof. Hold these for me. That one with his mask torn, and the other one with the mask not torn. And what did I tell you?
Well, now, wait a minute. Here.
Check it out. Check it out.
Well, now, wait a second. Hey, wait a minute. I want to take another look at those. That shows me.
Take another look at this. I don't want any false proof. You could touch up these pictures. You could do anything you want to. Haven't you heard of Watergate and all these things? If you had any proof, my good man, you don't have it now. Just get out of here. Well, baby, you're not that smart, and God, I guarantee you, I'll be back.
Well, what all I could tell from that is that there was a mask torn, and it didn't appear to be the same one in the ring winning the match that had the mask torn. I don't know. That's I didn't get a chance to really carefully examine that, but it would have to appear to me that, yes, indeed, there was a switch. All right, Super Destroyer catching Valentino. Now, this Australian tag team match underway. And Superstar just caught him that time coming off the ropes. There you see the block. And that, of course, that action, the blocking of the opponent now, is used very effectively. Ole Anderson and his partner Gene have done that so many, many times. Valentino having his problems trying to break free. And you can hear the Superstar making his comments. Super Destroyer and Superstar of keeping Valentino. And again, their tactics the same as Sullivan and Ferris, keeping their opponents away from their opposite corner so they cannot get Valentino. to get over the tag up. Could not. Now it is Super Destroyer catching him in a bear hug. Now brings him up a full body slam. And it is Super Destroyer driving a knee to the chest now with a lateral press. And it is Valentino trying to get over to make the tag with Russell, unable to do so. A series of blows to the midsection. Valentino still unable to get over and tag up. Valentino slips through, makes the tag. Bob Russell goes to move into the ring, and Super Destroyer on him very quickly. Russell drives the shoulder to the midsection. Russell makes it into the ring, and the Super Destroyer all over it. And Russell having his problems getting it together, that's for sure. Dropped to the canvas once again. Again, the tag is made, and it is the Superstar moving back out. Russell hurtled out onto that concrete. And as the Super Destroyer planted a boot in his midsection, it was Valentino there to render assistance. Russell with a right hand, but the Super Destroyer was set for it. Moves aside. Super Destroyer slams him into the center of the ring. Full body slam. Double underhook on this one, and the Superstar and the Super Destroyer. And nobody can deny the devastating effect of this tag team combination. Russell caught on a bear hug. Valentino would be well served if he could tag up with Russell, but Russell trapped in his opponent's corner. Off the rope, wow! Caught him, almost ripped his head off. Valentino saved him that time. Russell in trouble again. Brought him up, has him up on that, up on the turnbuckle. The superplex. The superplex executed by the Super Destroyer. And so the Super Destroyer and the Superstar are victorious over Mr. Valentino and Mr. Russell.
Let me ask you a few questions, Gordon. Where does this big goof, this overgrown howdy-doody in that outfit come out here and try to break up some kind of fabrications, try to develop some kind of false pictures proving that I won that belt illegally? Now, come on in here. Come on in here, Dumbo.
Got 1,000 pictures, baby, but I got megas and proof right here again.
Hey, listen.
You can keep that up. That don't matter with me.
Out of you.
Hey.
Wait a minute. Wait a second. Wait a minute. Big Red exploding on the Superstar and the Super Destroyer, and Big Red has charged the ring. Big Red in there, and he's beer-sixing it with both of them right now. And we have got to get some kind of order restored, but Big Red handling himself beautifully now. He's against the two men, the Super Destroyer and the Superstar. And Bad Leroy Brown. Bad Leroy Brown from the south side of Chicago just hit the scene. And you talk about bedlam and mayhem. We've got it going now. The Superstar and the Super Destroyer facing Big Red and Bad Leroy Brown. And they are beating a hasty retreat. We'll be back. We'll be back in just a moment. I'm on right now to talk to Ole Anderson. He's co-holder of the World Tag Team Championship. Take your best hold and go from there. Let's turn it over to our ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this event, one fall with a 10-minute time limit, one fall 10. Introducing first from Jackson, Tennessee, at 245 pounds, here's Mike Miller. Mike Miller. His opponent from Tampa, Florida, at 230 pounds, Jim Garvin. Jim Garvin.
That's Mike Miller on the screen. Jim Garvin now taking off his jacket. Jim, of course, is originally from Tampa, Florida. He's a member of the famous Garvin wrestling family, and Garvin had an interesting background in athletics. Was an amateur wrestler, That is, I believe, collarbone broken in the amateur ranks, but has really come a long way in the pro ranks now. Has done extremely well, has had a lot of injuries over the years, but there's the kind of action that Garvin will show you. Off the ropes, beautiful flying drop kick into a hip lock takedown to an inside arm bar now. Winged it very nicely. Fireman carry takedown. Garvin's amateur background coming to the fore at that point. Full body slam. And Garvin, beautiful double leg pickup on Miller. Beautiful duck under go behind waist cinch and a takedown by Garvin. Miller tries to escape, tries to sit out and escape, gets to the ropes and forces the break in that manner. Garvin had a good tight ride going. Side headlock. Good reversal move around that time. Forward leg trip by Garvin. Grapevine the leg partially, then push forward to the full body weight. Had Miller back to the canvas now. Bottom wrist lock and hammer lock on Miller. Miller pulls him back into the ring ropes. Referee calls for the break. Watch him carefully on the break. Miller drives a knee on the break. Drives another one. A third one, and trying to take away the oxygen from Jim Garvin. Double knee lift that has Garvin in trouble, and Miller catches him again. Miller drives the knee again. So Miller has been using his legs very effectively. Elbow to the chest, lateral press. Garvin powers out before the count of 3. Forearm now by Miller, and Miller now beginning to rock Garvin with those forearms. Miller is big and extremely powerful. Now Garvin catches him. Miller retaliating, and neither man able to gain much of an advantage as now Garvin charges in. Arm whipped him into the far turnbuckle. Catches him. Drops him to the center of the canvas. Miller coming up a little slowly that time. And it is Garvin now taking him off the ropes once again. Miller a good leapfrog. Garvin caught him. Off the ropes, Garvin uses the elbow very effectively. Garvin hits him with a sleeper hold. Garvin moves in with a sleeper. Caught him coming off the ropes. Slipped behind him, caught the sleeper. And that's it. That's it. Mike Miller into the land of Knoxville. And so Jim Garvin, using that sleeper hold very effectively, slid behind his man. We might get a chance to look at that once again. Garvin's responsibility to reawaken the man. And it is Garvin getting set. Now watch. Jim Garvin, an arm whip, slid right past him, ducked to one side, and put that sleeper on very, very efficiently. Immediately broke him down to where Miller no longer had any control. You can see Miller as darkness starts closing in now. Miller's arms going limp, his body sagging, unconsciousness follows, and so Jim Garvin scoring a fine victory. Seeing him in action later on. Right now we do have a match in the ring. We've got Benfield and Mike Jackson going up against Austin Idol and Terry Gordy. This match, of course, will be one fall with a 10-minute time limit. You can hear the crowd picking up the chant, Baby Huey, Baby Huey. And so Terry Gordy's the first one out, and he's moving against Mike Jackson. Now Gordy will have to watch himself here because Jackson is about as fast a mover as you want to see. Look at the way Jackson very quickly sit out and escape from Terry Gordy after the takedown by Gordy. Gordy again in behind his man. Jackson, beautiful sit out and escape. Into a side headlock by Mike Jackson. Terry Gordy fires him off. Jackson up and over behind his man. Tried rolling reverse now into a beautiful drop kick. And Jackson now has got his problems. The tag is made Austin Idol. We'll see now if Jackson tags up with Rick Benfield. Jackson off that second rope, catches Austin Idol, has him down, cross body block. Jackson again now with a slide headlock on Austin Idol. Jackson makes the tag. Rick Benfield. Rick Benfield moves in. He said, of course, about Jackson. He has his master's degree. He is a teacher in the school system. In addition to that, he's a basketball coach, and in addition to that, an outstanding young pro wrestler. Rick Benfield catching a couple of hard inside of the fist from Austin Idol. Idol, who now makes his home in Las Vegas, Nevada. And we had an earlier winner today on the program in an earlier hour from Las Vegas in the Stanley Works bout of the month. Float over by Gordy, and this is the thing, quarter Nelson now into a full Nelson. And Benfield was able to slip away from that. However, Gordy, trying to get there now, has it back down into a full Nelson on Benfield as he has him on the mat. Well, Benfield trapped as Gordy continues to mount pressure on the back of his neck. Now slips away from that hold. Waist cinch now. Benfield makes it to the ring ropes, and Gordy makes the tag with Austin Idol. Snapmare by Idol has Benfield back to the canvas. Boy, hooks to an inside armbar, but tremendous pressure on the inside of the arm. Wide stance by Idol. And Benfield, Rick Benfield having his problems as Idol keeps that pressure. That is presenting quite a strain to the deltoid muscles. Now it is Terry Gordy, or as the crowd calls, Baby Huey, moving in on flat of the foot, and again, Huey driving Benfield's face into the mat. And that, of course, has to be tremendously humiliating. As Gordy continues to embarrass Benfield, keeping that nose on the mat. Tag is made once again. Benfield in trouble, and it is Idol catching him. Benfield in a lot of trouble here. Needs to get over and tag up. Driven to the canvas. Benfield able to... tag is made, and Mike Jackson moves in, and Jackson explodes on Austin Idol. Mike Jackson giving Austin Idol a comeuppance. And as Jackson started to charge, Austin Idol drove a foot into the abdomen. Austin Idol with a backbreaker on Jackson. Terry Gordy coming off the ropes, as you could see. The referee did not catch that, however. His back was turned as Austin Idol kept him occupied. Terry Gordy now punishing Mike Jackson to the midsection again and again. And Benfield having his troubles now as Mike Jackson gave him a much-needed respite, but now Gordy tags up Austin Idol, moves into the ring. Austin Idol catches him with an elbow. Austin Idol brings him up a full body slam. Austin Idol moves up on the second ring rope. And it is Terry Gordy catching him with a pile driver, and that's all she wrote. Once he puts that pile driver on you, it is all over. The victors in this match, Terry Gordy and Austin Idol. To the ring. We'll be seeing the Angel going up against Jim Gallagher. One fall, a 10-minute time limit, and it is very quickly the Angel pressing Gallagher into the turnbuckle, catches him, and a good hip toss puts Gallagher back to the canvas. The Angel in behind his man brings him up atomic knee drop, and Gallagher's got to have trouble now as the Angel has moved at him very swiftly and very surely. And very effectively, I might add. Full arm drag and twist. There's that good forward leg trip by the Angel once again. I noticed Jim Garvin using that very effectively in his match earlier on another hour. Takedown again by the Angel. Referee Nick Patrick watching very carefully. Patrick checking with Gallagher, see if he wants to concede. Gallagher, of course, he and his brother Bruce, a couple of double tough individuals. Gallagher brothers, good tag team combination. And both of these men will mix it up with you in a hurry. But Jim has had a hard time getting moving very effectively against the Angel. The Angel now keeps the pressure on Gallagher. Gallagher on the canvas. The Angel. Wide stance over the body now. Has the arm hooked. Gallagher tried to swing in and catch a leg, and it was the Angel backed out with the opposite leg. That gave him a good, solid foundation, and he couldn't be taken off his feet. Gallagher now jammed into that turnbuckle. The Angel jams him in once again. And again, this is a tactic that the Anderson brothers would use, concentrating on the left arm, injuring the shoulder as quickly as possible, making the left arm useless, and then going for the pinfall from there. And so it is Gallagher now hurtled through the ring. Gallagher coming into the ring. He took some extra time out there. The Angel broke the count. Gallagher now using those forearms. That time he started to charge in, caught with a foot. Caught with a foot again, and so the Angel moving effectively. Notice the way he has the one leg blocked. Good move by Gallagher as he finally broke free, and now Gallagher trying to favor that arm, trying to get some rest on that arm, but the Angel right back on him again. Closes in on the left arm, continues to punish that arm. So all of the muscles and ligaments in that arm have to be sore and tender now. Gallagher, 2 hooks into the body. Bottom wrist lock by the Angel as Gallagher now trying to bull the Angel back into the turnbuckle. Does so. Gallagher hurdled from the ring. And Gallagher is now having some real problems trying to get to his feet. The Angel, almost an impassive expression on his face. Count is broken, and this is to Gallagher's advantage. He gets an extra count that way, so the Angel actually cut his own chances somewhat that time. And Gallagher again. Caught by the Angel, and Gallagher just not able to get it together now as the Angel has totally dominated the situation. And the Angel quickly closes in Gallagher. And now the Angel connects. And a series of blows to Gallagher now once again with that bottom wrist lock, partial hammerlock. The Angel continues to press that advantage now on Jim Gallagher. Now Gallagher will be trying to figure an escape if possible. The Angel, meantime, continues the punishment. And brings Gallagher off, caught him right squarely in the middle of the chest. Lateral press. Gallagher, utilizing the ring rope, forces the break, however. And the Angel. Snapmare. Into a rear chin lock. Keeps the rear chin lock. And so, as Gallagher, the referee caught the Angel that time, forces the break. The Angel that time looked like he was using a thumb to the throat and being warned by the referee. Forearm across the back. Now the Angel drives the shoulder into the midsection. The Angel catches him coming off a high backdrop. Has Gallagher in trouble. And this could very well be the beginning of the end for Gallagher here. If he can slip around behind the Angel and get a quick pinning combination, he still has a chance. But the Angel now steadily wearing him down. As you can tell, it's taking Gallagher longer and longer to get up each time. And that arm, almost helpless now. That left arm, almost helpless. Notice Gallagher was able to fire out, had very little strength left in that left arm. And again, you see him without that left, caught with a shoulder breaker on the opposite side. A count of three. A count of three. And a very effective and efficient delivery of a victory by the Angels. I want to take a moment right now to talk to certainly a man who needs no introduction the world over to wrestling fans. I'm referring, of course, to Ray Stevens, a man who does it. Back to the ring ropes once again. Garvin brings him off the ropes. Garvin is standing guillotine. Back into a lateral guillotine. Well executed. Beautiful move by Jim Garvin. From a standing guillotine right into a lateral guillotine. Had the legs hooked in Ole Anderson. Australian tag team event coming up now. Kevin Sullivan and Wayne Ferris moving out against Valentino and Rogers. And it is Valentino with a quick takedown on Ferris. They're circling each other, collar and elbow once again. Duck under, go behind. Waist cinch. Valentino brought an arm inside and got the takedown and makes the tag with Rogers. Back to the canvas once again. Is made. Kevin Sullivan moves out there against Vinny Valentino, and it is Valentino getting his head smashed into that turnbuckle. Sullivan back to a side headlock now. Sullivan using a shoulder smash. Sullivan, good block that time. Vinny Valentino breaks that up. Valentino catches him once again. An arm drag takedown into an inside arm bar. Valentino might be trying to tag up with Tommy Rogers here momentarily. Now the tag is made with Wayne Ferris. Ferris again catches him in the midsection. Once again, the tag is made. Wow! Caught Rogers right in the pit of the stomach that time. Right in the old breadbasket. Doubled him up, and now Ferris, using those forearm smashes very effectively, makes the tag. Kevin Sullivan moves in. Sullivan using that right hand very effectively. As an up full body slam, Sullivan in complete control makes the tag with Ferris. Ferris now upping down, catches Rogers off the ropes, and as Ferris tried to set him for a backdrop, Rogers made the good move that time, drove a knee in there, makes the tag with Vinny Valentino. Valentino caught him, beautiful flying drop kick. And Sullivan started to move in. Rogers breaks it up. We've got all four of them in the ring at the same time. Referee Nick Patrick trying to restore order. Ferris had Valentino in trouble, and now Kevin Sullivan, a cheap shot, but it is Valentino and Sullivan scoring the victory over Vinny Valentino. And perhaps there we can see. Now, here's the thing. As you can see, the referee sending one man back, turns, sees Sullivan leaving, but did not see the action as it took place, and consequently has no choice but to count those shoulders down. So again, an example of teamwork. On Sunday the 13th, here in the